down, the refrigerator stops, all the food we bought in the refrigerator is going to spoil. We can't go online. What about all the stuff that we need in terms of medical devices? Maybe it's a CPAP machine or a nebulizer. We got to have power. And tonight on HSN, for our big birthday celebration, for the finale of our 4th of July holiday weekend, we are really excited to share with you an encore opportunity of our biggest deal ever on the EcoFlow Delta 2. I'm Adam, thank you so much for tuning in. This is a fun night. We're all doing a little bit of acting. We celebrated 6 years of EcoFlow on HSN throughout the month of June. And the big deal through the month of June was this EcoFlow. It's an EcoFlow that can power, virtually all appliances. You plug it in, easy and simple to use, very user-friendly. We had a huge response to this, mainly because we did an offer where you could buy the EcoFlow by itself, or for just $100 more, you got $500 of extra value. You got the solar panel, which is normally around $400, and you got the extra power strips so you can plug even more things in. So we found most folks were doing the bundle. Tonight, HSN has decided to keep that going and make this encore opportunity available, but only for today. I have about 400 left, so it will sell out. If you are somebody that doesn't have a generator, somebody that has lived through any type of natural disaster, it might be a winter storm, it might be a flood, it might be an earthquake, a hurricane, a tornado, a heat wave, which so many of us are going through. Hurricane Beryl, of course, thank goodness it's been downgraded now to a tropical storm, but so many people affected, as it always is. We are affected. EcoFlow came along and they helped create the next generation of generator. When I say generator, Mr. Justin Hyatt, our voice of EcoFlow, Justin, when we say...
I love that.
And you know I always start this way.
Yeah.
When I say generator, what's the thing that we mostly think about? What picture comes in our mind?
It's gassy.
Very gassy.
It's messy.
Messy.
Propane. But I can't have that in a regular house or an apartment.
What are you going to do then?
I don't know.
You just have to go without.
I probably do. That's the thing. That's what's made this so popular here at HSN is, we always think about, as Adam was saying, what's our options? It's gas, it's propane, but when I take those two away, what do you have left? You have EcoFlow. EcoFlow is the #1 option when it comes to alternative energy batteries. And so after 6 years of being here, we have been able to build, I think, the best option for you. Delta 1300 was the #1 go-to model out of anyone. Yep. This is the second version. And what makes it even better is that it has the actual better batteries inside. It's going to last longer. We have a longer warranty as well. And it powers still 90% of your home appliances. That's why this has become so popular.
And Justin, to that end, we are going to introduce tonight many folks who have never seen this before. Yeah. Or maybe we're going to help to answer some questions from folks that have seen this before. I do want to make one statement right at the start, and that is when we sell this out, it is not available on extended delivery or waitlist at this price. And just to clarify, we're going to focus on a lot of the emergency situations, but it also can be used for that picnic at the beach. It can be used for camping and fishing and so many great things with tailgating. It's portable power, even with handles on the side. It's power that you could take with you wherever you go. But on a very serious note, it's there to help make sure we can get through those emergency situations. So for those already asking, the bundle is a $1,430 package that we're doing for $699. So you get a lot more value than you would normally get. That solar panel, as we'll learn throughout the presentation, will give you free, infinite energy, sustainable energy. When this runs out, the rays of the sun will power it up. That is normally around $400. If you get it with the bundle, you're only paying $100 extra for it, and you're going to get the power strip. It's a curiosity, Justin, because when you think of powering these big devices in our home, you think of something that perhaps needs to be much bigger than this.
Yeah, absolutely. As to what you were saying, we think gas, we think propane, and then what else do we think? If you were not tuning into HSN now, you probably would have no idea what EcoFlow even is. And we're the #1 go-to brand for power here at HSN, as well as the #1 go-to power station brand in the United States. And when you think about options, whether you're in a conventional home or an apartment or condo, if I could just tell you right now, you could power 90% of your home appliances in something that looks like this right here. One touch of a button, to turn it on, and that's it. We've got our light, we've got our fan, I'm gonna turn it back on. That's the power that you have, and that's the peace of mind. You know, when we think about how are we gonna be prepared, I think when we start to think about when are you gonna be prepared, it's now. You have to get prepared now, and how do you get prepared? With something like this. You know, Adam, we always do this one demo, which is, if we were to pull power from your biggest appliance, what would it be? It'd be your refrigerator.
Yeah.
Well, now we have one place that we can come right over here, one button, and turn on our full-size refrigerator, our full-size induction burner, our full-size light and fan. We're not sitting in a hot home, we're not sitting in a cold home. We can now cook our food with our induction burner as well. You know, heat right now is the most deadly weather event you can experience, but not if you have a fan. We have to have those types of options. That's exactly what EcoFlow is about.
And what EcoFlow have done better than anybody is make it user-friendly, simple to understand. So as we start at the beginning, we mentioned exactly what Justin said, the #1 brand. They innovated this technology in the United States 6 years ago, and HSN were the launch partners for it, which is why EcoFlow and HSN always get the best deals on their models. If you shop and search EcoFlow and you have $699 to spend, there are some EcoFlows that you can buy, but they're not this one. They're not as powerful as this. They're not as versatile as this. This gives you more power to run things for longer. Something that we mention, you know, as we've done so many of these presentations over the years, and certainly over the anniversary month, is that idea of, you know, it's wonderful when everything's working, but when something goes wrong, you know, your heart sinks, you get those butterflies in your tummy, and you wonder, you know, the power goes out. Well, is it gonna be 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours a day? For those of us that live alone, it's terrifying because you don't have somebody to lean on. You don't have somebody to bounce off of and you know, talk it through. What EcoFlow has done is to provide a sense of not only relief, but safety and security in a way that we've never seen before with a generator. Because most generators, like Justin mentioned, you know, typically, obviously they are outside, they're very noisy, they're very messy, and they're not user-friendly. What this does, it gives us what we need, but we can all use this. And Justin, we touched on it at the beginning. For anybody out there that lives in an apartment, in a condo, you cannot have a traditional generator. This is a wonderful new way that we can solve that problem.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, 6-year anniversary means a lot. You know, I think it's 6 years of innovation and 6 years of building to where we are right now. This is the second iteration of our Delta model. Delta 1300 was the #1 go-to for 5 years. It was the #1 go-to model because of the power and the size. And this is the next version. And so we talk about LFP. LFP will stand for lithium phosphate battery. It's gonna last you 10 years if you were to recharge this once a day for the next 10 years. You're investing in a newer battery, you're investing in a battery that recharges faster and is lighter weight. Those are the things when you look at Delta 2 and the #1 brand, EcoFlow, the #1 brand not only here at HSN, but the #1 go-to power brand in America. So I think about the size, you know, my dad was just over, he was asking me, which one can I have, which one can I have? I was thinking, well, I want something that will power 90%. I also want something that's portable for him. This is the one that I gave him about a few hours ago.
You see, you're a good son, Justin.
I am.
Well, that's the thing. People have questions about which model is right for them. And typically, you know, when you go to these higher up models, people prefer them because they can power more things and they can do it for a longer period of time. Our amazing producer, Kevin, just let me know that we are about to go below 400 left, less than 400. If you want just the EcoFlow by itself, there are 5 remaining before complete sellout. If you're tuning in, we are live at 9:10 on this Sunday night. We're doing this as an encore. June was the anniversary month. For the July 4th holiday weekend, HSN extended this offer through. This is the final opportunity and final presentation. Not to get just a good deal, but the best deal. Again, I've done dozens and dozens of great presentations with Justin. This is the best offer going. And to clarify, the $699, which has accounted for 90% of the sales, means that you're only spending $100 more than the EcoFlow by itself, but you get the extended power strip, which people love, because now I can plug in even more things, my television and my refrigerator and maybe my laptop. So it gives you that, but that solar panel is so key, because the solar panel allows you to always sustain that energy. We can talk all day long about the must-haves, certainly. You know, it's hard to live life without a TV, without the laptop, a modem, a router, the refrigerator, the microwave. They've all got to be plugged in. They all need power. But then there is another side as well, Justin.
Yeah.
The idea that in the summer, it can be deadly if we're too hot. The idea that a medical device might be necessary and might need power.
Yeah, you know, again, this is where it takes it to the next level. When we're thinking about what we need and our necessities, we love to be able to show you an example in the bedroom. And this is where you have a CPAP machine, where you might have a nebulizer, where you might have any type of medical device. And this is where, you know, even in our reviews where we hear from you directly, all of a sudden that thunder hits, that lightning hits, and then all of a sudden it becomes real life. We talk about having enough food, talk about having enough water, but what do you do if you need enough power? So right here, I've got a CPAP machine running, and we've got it running inside of our house and right in our bedroom. 21 hours that we can run a CPAP machine for a medical device. And this is, again, this is that example right here. If we wanted to show you this example, we wouldn't be able to do it with a gas generator or a propane generator. And that's why we speak to a lot of you right now who are in apartments, in condos, where you can't own something like this. You need an option. That's exactly what what EcoFlow is. And that's why HSN's the #1 go-to place for EcoFlow.
And that's because of the relationship that we've built up over the past 6 years. I remember the first time it launched, everybody looked at it and said, what is that? And how is that going to power a refrigerator? Well, truth be told, the original ones, you know, they were mainly focused on, let's say, a mini refrigerator. These days, it's the full size, you know, the big ones, everything, full size, regular appliances is what this can power. More and more people are doing it. More and more people are being referred to it, talk about it. And in terms of name recognition, EcoFlow is the one to go for. Even if you don't buy this tonight, always make sure you look for EcoFlow, because they are, you know, for want of a better way of saying it, the Samsung of televisions. They are regarded as the #1. They are the Rolls-Royce of electric generators, of these power stations, which is what it is. If you have this, it's like an insurance policy. It's a sense of security that is off your mind. Because whether the power goes out for 20 minutes or for 20 days, you know that you will be able to sustain life in a way that makes it comfortable. The necessities we will now be able to power. That's what this does. We've had people call up over the past few weeks and months who have said, I bought this for mom and dad, I bought this for my son and daughter-in-law that just moved into their new home. They're out in Texas, they're out in Arizona, heat waves and everything that goes along with, you know, for example, here in Florida, hurricane season, natural disasters that are always there. I mean, Justin, wherever we live in this great country, there's always something that we have to be prepared for.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think depending on where you're at, you know kind of an idea of what to prepare for, right? If we live in a cold place, we think we need to prepare for being warm. And if we're in a hot place, we need to prepare for being cool. One of the things that I've got right now, again, we're staying in the bedroom because, again, it's that most intimate place where we think, is it going to be able to power those things? I've got a portable AC unit right here, and this could be a window AC unit. It could be a portable AC unit. It could be a fan that you typically have right by you by the bed because we don't want to sleep warm. I've got a portable AC unit. If you had an idea of how long this would run on a Delta 2, we've got right here 16 hours. 16 hours with it set to 70 degrees. You know, we have to think about how we will keep ourselves cool. We have to think about, especially if we live off of dialysis, if we live off of CPAP machines, how we're going to keep those running. These are an investment. We need an investment in those medical devices. That's what this is about. And all those things that we talk about, the ifs and the whens, we know it's a matter of time. But how we go through those moments of time is exactly what EcoFlow does. It gives you that peace of mind that you know you've got it. You're prepared for food, you're prepared for water. What are you going to do when you don't have power? This has become that #1 option.
And the nice thing is that with, you know, because of the size and style of this, you can take it from the kitchen, we take it to the bedroom, we can take it with us because you've got the handles and it's not a generator that is rolling around on wheels that is just so heavy. Couple things I should mention now. FlexPay, first of all. Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover, any of the big major credit or debit cards, we take them all. I have it written down. For the bundle, which is the most popular, it's $140. So on any credit or debit card, it's $140. I believe we're still free shipping, which is great. We'll send it to you immediately. We have these in stock. They're not on advanced order. We have them in stock, but you've only paid $140 plus tax. It's not layaway where you have to pay, then you get it. We send the whole thing to you right now. VIP financing. If you have an HSN credit card, well, we'll do this over 18 months, and that brings it down to $38 and change. And that's, you know, for the bundle, which is incredible value for money, and there's no fees or finance charges on that as long as the price is paid in full by the end of the 18 months. Last thing, if you apply for the HSN card, a lot of people apply when it's a bigger ticket item, obviously. If you do it today, you can save $40 for our big birthday month. There's a lot I want to say, and so much that Justin obviously wants to share with you. You know, this birthday month is important to HSN, to us, to be able to give back and to share with all of our customers who've been with us for 47 years as the world's first shopping channel. The original shopping channel is this one right here in St. Petersburg, Florida. Throughout the month, we've tried to bring you not only the biggest names and the biggest brands, but the best values, So throughout June, when we celebrated 6 glorious years of EcoFlow, for the birthday month, they said, well, what if we were to do an encore of the best value we ever did on the Delta 2, and let's do it on the July 4th holiday weekend, and that's now. So I don't want anybody to think, oh, this is that EcoFlow again. They'll be back on tomorrow. It'll happen next week, the week after. You are watching the last and final, and although there are lots of great EcoFlow products online, nothing compared to this value. Remember, it says $699. The actual price of this is $1,429.99. It's a mega discount. The $599 is if you just want the EcoFlow and do not want the solar panel. I would never, ever try and spend your money for you, but I will tell you this, because it's my job to guide, dollar for dollar, the extra $100 gets you a massive extra value. The $400 solar panel and the $50, $60, $70 power strip, you get those included. Justin, I don't want to speak out of turn.
No.
But on a value basis, that is the clear winner.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, when you know, for a lot of you who are not watching, we typically don't offer the solar panel included, let alone the power strip. The power strip is what makes it exclusive. Wanted to give you more option, wanted to give you more outlets, especially when you get the solar panel. You know, Adam was just talking about it, sustainability. When we think we're out of power on our power station, how are we going to recharge it? You need a solar panel. And that's when we start to talk about gas or propane. When we run out of gas, we go to a gas station, but if the gas station is still out of gas, we need an option. That's why EcoFlow, again, has become so popular. But I wanted to bring you back over here. When we talk about value, you know, the solar panel giving you that extra boost when you're using the solar panel and or an option to recharge it, but also to power up what you've got plugged in. So for instance, I've got my light and my fan plugged in right now. If we were to pull the power and we wanted it to still be off of our solar panel, do you see right here? It's actually going to tell you exactly how much wattage is being used. So for instance, I've got, let me turn it back on over here. If I wanted my light and my fan turned on, I'll turn this power button on real quickly. I turned it off. You'll be able to see exactly how much wattage is going to be using, the light and the fan. So when we're using our solar panel, if you want to use it in conjunction to recharge your power station and or to use it as a solar generator, now you have that option. Whether it's using a refrigerator, well, you've got your light, your fan. We need to be able to have an option. That's what we love about EcoFlow. Again, this being our Delta 2, when we've got our, you know, the lightning striking and the thunder striking. Okay, well, how are we going to plug our refrigerator in? Refrigerator's out of power. We walk over here. We got our light and our fan plugged in. Now we're going to go ahead and walk right over to our Delta 2, plug it in, press one button. Our light, our fan's going to turn on, and our refrigerator. We think about how long can we run our refrigerator for? How about hot food? You can use an induction burner to cook your food. You can keep your food cool for hours on end, whether it's your freezer, whether it's your refrigerator. We think about medicine. That is what you love about being able to have the Delta 2, except for the gas and the propane, where you can't own it in a apartment or condo.
So our producer, Kevin, just let me know, we have fallen under 4, under 3. I believe, Kevin, and we now, you said 388 left? 377 left. So there's a little bit of action behind the scenes. It does not appear currently that we will have enough to last the hour. So we're going to keep you apprised of that, certainly, but it appears that we might not have enough for the entire show. That's important. I need you to know that, because typically on a presentation like this, and I'm the same when I buy higher priced items, you sit, I want to watch, I want to hear it all, and then I'll make my decision. This is a considered purchase. It's an important purchase. I'm talking to all the bargain hunters where price is king, and price is king. Certainly with me, this is the lowest price we've ever done on the Delta 2. It was done for the anniversary. They gave us an encore for the birthday month. You're the only one that's seeing it. It's over right now. When we sell this out, I have other EcoFlows, but it's $1,430. They're fantastic, but I'd rather you spent $699 instead of $1429. There's a huge distance there. When you buy an EcoFlow like this, you've got it, you're good, and we're ready to go. I don't want to get lost in the value, though, and sacrifice the importance of the story. And EcoFlow's story is a very, very bold one. They envisioned a place and a space where you could truly bring alternative power into our home, different to traditional gas generators that forever and a day have been multi-thousands of dollars, multiple thousands of dollars. They're massive, they're a maintenance issue, gas, propane, whatever it may be, hard to get started. You can only have it outside. What do you do if you live in a condo or an apartment? You know, typical generators are just a massive, massive headache, normally. So when EcoFlow said, we're going to introduce this to America, this is the new way of doing things. Our phones are getting smaller and smarter. Our TVs are getting thinner and thinner. And generators are changing massively, revolutionizing the way we think about backup power. And that's what this is. If you can grab one of the final 377 for $699, you get the power strip and you get the solar panel. And to put that in perspective, if you think about a gas generator, right? A gas generator kicks on when there's no power at home. But what happens if the power outage lasts multiple hours or multiple days? If you're out of gas, the generator's gonna stop. And if the generator stops, we're plunged back into darkness. Everything doesn't work. When this runs out of power, you don't need to worry about gas. You know what you've got? You've got sunshine. Every single day to nighttime, you've got the sun shining. Even on a cloudy day, it's gonna power this solar panel and it's gonna power your EcoFlow. That is why, Justin, more and more, and you see it more than I do, more and more and more people are turning to this form of generator than ever before.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, you know, in this situation right now, okay, so, you know, what time is it? It's almost 10 o'clock. All of a sudden, that power starts to fluctuate, and all of a sudden we have lightning, we have thunder. And now you need power to your refrigerator, you need power to a light, you need power to a fan. What do? You know, again, this is that scenario where we say to ourselves, okay, well, how nice would it be if I could just come over here, grab one cable. Again, I want to illustrate that our refrigerator and our freezer is out, and just come over to our power station, our Delta 2, and plug something in. You know, and this is where we talk to those alternatives where if I was to do what I just did, I'd need to go to my garage. I need to make sure that I've got gas. I need to make sure the gas is good. I need to make sure that the generator's gonna turn on. If I haven't run that generator in years because it just sits there for a while, well, I don't know if it's gonna turn on. You know, these are things that you don't typically think about unless you're in a situation, which is why we always talk about, are you reactive or are you proactive? When you're proactive, you see what's happening right now, this barrel hurricane that's on its way to Texas. If we can make sure that we're ready before then, but it's a matter of if and it's a matter of when. If you know that you can invest in something that's for the fun times and for those emergencies, that's why we talk about it as an insurance policy, because it's an insurance policy that we have in case of the bad times, but it's also an insurance policy that we use in the good times. Now we can go camping, now we can go glamping, we can go out to the pickleball courts and take all these things that we're showing you right now and run them. This will run 90% of your home appliances. It weighs a little over 20 pounds. It's the newest and latest and greatest battery. Again, when we talked about latest and greatest, this is an upgrade from our last battery system, which would only last about 300 life cycles. Adam, you were just talking about, you know, it's what we know. And on a phone, we've got something that will have a life cycle of about, you know, a few hundred times.
Sure.
This would have 300, but if I told you it had 600, you'd say, that sounds fantastic. How about 3,000 life cycles on this power station. That's 10 times more than originally. That's why we say 10 years this is going to last you at a very minimum, and that's why we also offer the 5-year warranty as well.
Justin, I just placed next to you there the additional battery that you can buy. Would you mind just explaining to our friends at home what that is and why we might purchase an additional battery to connect to our EcoFlow, please? And we'll flip our graphics as well.